Alright, what's going on, guys? It's my guy Integra here. In today's video, I have something pretty unexpected to show you guys. So here's a little hint. That's right, new keys. Now, it's probably already in the title, so why am I even keeping it a secret? So guys, I actually ended up buying another Integra. Now, this was kind of my plan. I was trying to find an Integra that was pretty cheap, and I got this one for $500. So I'll show you guys the problems, what's wrong with it, and what I need to fix on it. But it basically just fell into my hands, and I couldn't really resist the temptation to buy this car. So I went ahead and bought this car. I still need a couple things for the GSR build, but we will get that money soon here. But anyways, let's go ahead, let's go outside, and let me show you guys the brand new Integra. Well, not brand new, but you know, the new Integra to me. All right guys, so here it is. It's got a little dent on the hood, got a little damage on the bumper. But I mean, honestly, not too bad. I could probably find that at the junkyard. Hopefully it matches pretty well. But the rims, I have no idea, just knock off. They're not that bad. I kind of like them, to be honest. A little bit curb rashed, but I'm sure if I shine them up a little bit, they'll look a little bit nicer. But you know, just little body things all around the car, nothing too major. That's my favorite part right there. Now, the wing was actually color matched. It's not too bad. You can't really see it too bad on camera, but it does look a little bad in person. But yeah, let me grab the keys and we'll go inside. All right, so here's the interior of this thing. It is tan. Now, tan is not my not like my favorite color on Integras, but this guy pretty much kept the dash pretty clean, so it looks really nice. I wish it was black, but I'm kind of glad it's tan because now I have the tan Integra and I got the black one over there. Steering wheel, you know, average wear. This thing has 232,000 miles on it, so it has quite a bit of miles. Little shift knob, nothing special, probably just an eBay shift knob. Stereo kind of sucks, might have to replace that. But overall, the interior of this car is not too bad for 500 bucks. Now, that door panel is not bad at all. Probably if I just clean it up a little bit, it'll look a little bit better. But on this side, on the driver's side, this one needs some work, and I'll probably just have to replace it, to be honest, because it's really messed up. Now, the headliner isn't too bad if it'll focus. This is a little black. I wonder if I could rub that off. But the chairs, look at that, pretty good. Has little spots from there. I don't know what that's from. Probably spilled a little drink or something. Now on the back seat is looking real nice too. And it even has that little cover that my car doesn't, that separates the inside of the car from the trunk or the hatch, so that's nice. Now in this box right here, he actually gave me a brand new rack and pinion because the one on this car is broken. Now it still steers. I don't really know what it feels like to have a broken rack and pinion, but it still steers fine to me, or at least I got it home fine. So I don't know, probably replace it since I already have the part. Don't really know if it's too broken, but yeah, I'll probably have to clean up the carpet a little bit. He left a little R. Kelly CD in here. I don't even know if this thing has a CD player. It does. Okay, cool. But overall, not bad of an interior for only a $500 car. Now, the driver's seat is definitely an issue too, so I'll probably have to get a new driver's seat, but who cares? It's not like completely falling apart. This is kind of happening in my Integra. I think it happens in a lot of Integras because you're always getting in and out right here, and it starts wearing down this fabric and it kind of messes it up. So main things I need to buy for the interior are a seat and a new door panel. That is pretty much it. I might replace the stereo. I don't really want to put too much money into this car though. Now the reason being is because I've already put so much money into my other Integra, so I kind of got to take a break from cars for a little bit, guys. So I need to start a savings account so I don't completely drain my bank account when I decide to do stupid stuff like build a motor for that thing. It's not stupid, but it did cost a lot of money, and kind of regretting it now, but once it's in the car, I'm sure I'm not going to regret it. Now on to the problems of this car. Now I already showed you guys some of the dents outside. Obviously it needs a little bit of body work, nothing too major though. There's a little bit of rust around the fenders. I don't know if this car was actually a California car. I'm thinking it's out of state because cars in California normally do not rust at all, but there's a little bit of rust on the rear fenders, a couple of dents all around, nothing too crazy. But the big problem with this car is it has a rod knock in the motor, and basically I think what happened is he didn't change the oil, or he just let the oil run a little bit too low and basically just screwed up the bearing and destroyed the, destroyed the bearing. So now it has a rod knock. But the best thing about this is I got a B20 sitting in the garage that I could swap in here, and it'll be pretty much as good as new, because that thing only has like 44,000 miles. I put about 8,000 miles on it, so it's somewhere in the range of 52,000 miles on the B20, and that is fine. That is very low mileage. Now I'm sure we might find a little bit more things on the way, but I'm gonna show you guys the engine bay. The engine bay is actually pretty damn clean. I don't know if the guy power washed it right before I bought this thing or what he did, but the engine bay is pretty damn clean. But before I do that, I just want to tell you guys a little story of how I got this thing. So he had it listed for $1,000 and I thought I was kind of lowballing him at $500. So I was looking at the car, I was like, yeah, this thing definitely needs some work. And he's like, yeah, it does. And I was like, well, will you take 500? And he's like, yeah. So he said yeah pretty quick. So I honestly feel like I could have got it for a little bit lower. He was literally just trying to get rid of this thing. But 500 is kind of like the going rate for a car that has, like, look at this interior. You can't really get a car for $500 that has this nice of an interior. It's only gonna be like 20 bucks for a new door panel if I could find it at the junkyard. But I do feel like I could have gotten it for just a tad bit less. But like I said, I'm pretty happy with the $500 mark. So we were gonna try to get it towed since it does have a rod knock. I didn't really want to drive it home, so we called a couple places. It was just too expensive. We tried to get in my friend's co-worker to help us out. He wasn't available, so we ended up just saying screw it, we're gonna try to drive it home, and that's what we did. So I drove it about 20 miles per hour the first like 10 minutes home, and I was just like, you know what, this is taking way too long. So I actually got this thing up to 65 with the rod knock, and I made it home. It didn't blow up, nothing happened. Worst came to worst, it would blow up, we'll just pull it off to the side, pick it up the next day. So that's what we were thinking. But overall, we got it home safely, and it is ready to be swapped right after I finish my GSR build. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood. I'll show you guys under the hood real quick. Now the funniest part about this car is how he has this K&N air filter thing here, and he does not have a K&N air filter under there. I'll show you guys. It's kind of looks a little rigged, kind of ghetto. So here it is under the hood. As I said, it is pretty clean under here. Look how clean the radiator is. Everything around, I mean, there is a little bit of rust on some of these little components, but who cares? The rest of the engine bay is pretty clean. He got a new battery. He painted this wrinkle red. Looks okay. I might repaint it or just slap it on the B20, call it a day. But there's a lot of things in this engine bay that are a lot shinier than in that car right there. So the engine wasn't really modded. I was told by a friend that this is like the stock air filter. He just took it out of the box, but it is kind of ghetto. Just, it doesn't even sit on there. Maybe if I tighten it up, but I might get a new one anyways. So yeah guys, so there is the Integra. Honestly pretty clean for only 500 bucks. I've seen a lot worse condition Integras listed for even more on Craigslist. I saw another one for $1,400 and it was even worse than that thing. Now granted, this one does need a new engine, but I have one over there waiting for it. So pretty much good, unless I find any other problems, which I'm sure there will be a couple little extra little problems, but that will make up for how cheap I got the car. So yeah guys, that is my second Integra, so I'm super excited about this, to have two of the same car. It actually is pretty cool, especially once I get both of them fixed up. We'll have the Big Daddy and then, you know, just a little boy, because there's gonna be nothing done to that one really, but we'll have the turbo and the original tag. But yeah, I actually named that thing. My friend actually gave me an idea for a name for my Integra, so I named it Charlotte. Now it kind of goes back, don't really want to explain it, but it does have some meaning. So now I gotta find a name for that one, but you guys could just call it Integra 1, Integra 2. But anyways guys, that is basically it for this video. I just want to show you guys the progress on the GSR real quick since we're in the garage. So here it is. A lot of the stuff is actually transferred over. I only need a couple things. I have the thermostat inside. I was going to put a gasket on here, but supposedly you don't need one, or I might just put a little bit of RTV if it's coolant resistant. I don't know, I have to look it up. But yeah, so I gotta put the thermostat in, and then I have the little thing that goes on here. I gotta figure out where this little tube goes back here. Not really sure where that tube goes, to be honest. And then I also need to figure out where this little tube goes that is hanging off right here. I believe this hose is supposed to come down, come around here, and it's supposed to go to the fast idle control valve that is supposed to be under here. I don't have it, but it is coming in the mail. But I don't know, maybe that one's supposed to go to the fast idle control valve. Let me know. But other than that, this thing is pretty much ready to go. I just have to put in my injectors. Got the fresh OMG Teggy thing on here. Well, it's not too fresh, it's kind of dirty, to be honest. Now I'm gonna get this valve cover painted, just not right now. I'll probably do it in the future once I have a little bit more money. But other than that, the only thing else I need is a little freeze plug for right here, and another belt, which I ordered from AutoZone, which should be here today, because the LS alternator belt doesn't actually fit the GSR, because this crankshaft pulley is a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit too big and it doesn't get fully extended enough. I got one of the engine mounts on. I'm trying to figure out if I should put the other engine cover right here or if I should just leave it bare. But yeah, that is the update on the GSR motor. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm super excited. I have 2 cars now, both of them not running, so you know, that's great. But hopefully in a couple weeks here, they will both be on the road, ready to go. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, to follow the builds. Now, I don't know how much I'm gonna be doing to that car, but we'll see in the future. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.